So let's move on to the next question, guys. The question is x minus y is greater than minus 2. X minus 2y is less than minus 6. We have to compare x, y, and 8. And we have to tell which one is bigger, whether it's A, B, C, or D, whatever, right? So I think we have done this question previously. So what we do over here is that we try to eliminate x once, and then in the second time we try to eliminate y once using inequalities, right? Okay, perfect. So let's multiply this side by 2, right? Or what we can do firstly is that, just to make it a little bit easier, let's multiply this inequality by minus 1 or minus sign, right? So for example, if there is an inequality A is less than B, right? So when you multiply it by minus 1, the sign gets changed, right? So if you multiply this by minus 1, so this will become minus A, this sign will become greater, and this will become minus B. So this is the basic thing, right? So over here, if you multiply this by minus 1, so what we will get is minus x plus y is less than 2, right? This is what we get. So this is the first equation, right? The second equation we have with us is x minus 2y is less than minus 6, right? Okay, now the reason I multiplied this by negative sign is because this is a greater sign and this is a smaller sign. And I have told you before that if we want to add or subtract two inequalities, their sign should be the same, right? So in order to make this sign less than, we multiply this by negative. So now we have got this. Now we can easily manipulate, add or subtract whatever we want to do. So now let's add both of these equations. So minus x and x gets cut. This becomes minus y is less than minus 6 plus 2 is minus 4, right? Now again, multiply this by a negative sign. So what will happen? This will become y, less will become greater, this will become 4. So this is the first equation you've got, right? Or rather, the second equation you can say, right? This is the second equation you've got, right? Okay, so now let's talk about the other equation, right? So in this equation, for example, this was the equation, right? X minus y is less than minus 2. Now what I want you to do is that, because we want, first we eliminated x from here, right? Now if we want to eliminate y, we know that there is 2y, so we need to have 2y over here. So multiply this by negative 2. So if you multiply by negative 2, what we get is minus 2x plus 2y is less than 4, right? We multiply by negative 2, so negative 2, 4, negative 2y becomes plus 2y, and this becomes negative 2x, and the sign gets changed, right? And this equation we had as x minus 2y is less than minus 6. So now the reason we did is that both sign become same because we multiply by negative, and because we multiplied by 2, so these two becomes exactly the same. So now if we add both of these things, so this 2y gets cancelled, this becomes minus x, right, is less than minus 6 plus 4 is minus 2. So now if you multiply this by a negative sign again, so this becomes x, the sign gets reversed, is greater than 2, right? So this is the, for example, third equation we have. So now we have y greater than 4, right? And we have x greater than 2. So if you multiply x into y, it will definitely be greater than 8. So xy will definitely be greater than 8, right? So we have our answer as A. I hope this should not be any problem. I hope this is clear, right?